A fighter threw a grenade, but it bounced off a tree. The fighter coolly grabbed the grenade from the air and threw it away, saving his life. When the 32nd Unit of the Ukrainian Armed Forces realized they were being monitored by Russian air surveillance, they ran en masse to the bunker. But Russian attack drones did not hold back and destroyed the bunker. Ukrainian trenches and bunkers were heavily shelled by Russian artillery. Several Ukrainian infantrymen were trapped by the collapse of the earth. A Ukrainian soldier saved the lives of his friends by digging the earth with his hands to save them. The fighting on the front continues in full intensity. We are working hard all day to prepare unique images for you. Don't forget to support us.
Все нормально, живий. Можеш рухатись?
Придавило ще одну руку.
Пацани, розкапуйте зі свого боку.
Давайте быстрее, блядь, відкапуй, або дай я, якщо не можеш. Виходь!
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe and like.
Серега, все нормально, зараз витащимо.
Та не спіши. Все нормально чувствую. Вроде бы.
Братан, давай, руку шевелиться. Давай, братан. Руку тяни. Скажи, хай поможе.
Пошел.
Все, вперед, туди пішли, блядь.
Серега, ты как?
Отлично.
Нормально?
This is how a Russian aircraft-type attack drone hit the Ukrainian Armed Forces position in Chasiv Yar. Aircraft-type drones with powerful ammunition carry out impressive attacks on designated targets. Objective control of FAB 1,500 strikes on targets of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the Kherson region from the UMPK. An armored personnel carrier vehicle of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, moving in an open area, lost its rotation as a result of a Russian FPV drone attack. Immediately afterwards, the armored vehicle became immobile as a result of several drone attacks. The crew of the armored vehicle quickly abandoned the vehicle. Four-wheeled ATVs came to rescue the crew. But there was one thing they did not take into account. Russian spotters were still there, and new attack drones were already on their way. The ATV driver was speeding across the terrain when several of the passengers fell off. The ATV driver realized the drones were coming and accelerated away without the passengers. The personnel, who became easy targets in the open, did not survive. Transparent footage of a daily routine of Russian FPV drone operators. Leave your thoughts on the impact of drones on modern warfare in the comments. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Destruction of the 122mm self-propelled howitzer 2S-1 Gvozdika of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the Liptsovsky direction by the FPV UAV of the Russian Armed Forces. Image's airborne troops had earlier attacked Belovody, and now they are clearing the last, southern part of the settlement in Sumy region. They are hitting bunkers and temporary deployment positions of the Ukrainian armed forces. Russian artillery is relentlessly shelling the bunkers and positions of the Ukrainian armed forces. In the Pokrovsk direction, the 255th Regiment continues to strike the equipment of the Ukrainian armed forces. Fiber optic drone Prince Vandal of Novgorod was used in these attacks. After an accurate hit, the armored personnel car lost its rotation. The personnel quickly left the vehicle and hid under the trees. Russian forces intercepted 266 airstrikes of the Ukrainian armed forces over the major cities of Donetsk. Russian drones with thermobaric warheads destroyed the Starlink terminal of the Ukrainian armed forces. The infantrymen inside went outside to check the equipment after the attack. Seeing other Russian attacks coming, the personnel quickly returned inside the building. A Russian fiber-optic drone destroyed a vehicle of the Ukrainian armed forces at a temporary deployment point. Soldiers now have to go on foot. This is how a Russian fiber-optic drone destroyed a self-propelled howitzer camouflaged in the trees near the village of Convoy. Objective monitoring of the section of highway between Kostiantynivka and Bogatyr in Donetsk, littered with destroyed Ukrainian armed forces equipment. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Zaporizhzhia direction. As we are used to seeing, Russian drone operators easily destroyed an armored vehicle with an open back door. This armored vehicle, abandoned after the Russian attacks, was scrapped after the attack. In the Sumy region, a T-72 tank was spotted parked among the trees. The Russian drone hit the tank's sensitive point, and the tank was scrapped. Three Ukrainian soldiers were talking among themselves in an open field when suddenly a Russian attack drone appeared and they had no time to escape. Zaporizhzhia direction. Drone units of the 247th Airborne Regiment attacked the Ukrainian armored vehicle. After the attack, the crew who abandoned the armored car was pursued, and fiber-optic drone Prince Vandal of Novgorod was sent to their hideout. The bunker was hit one after another. Part of the crew hid in another basement, but it was also destroyed. The pickup truck that came to rescue the crew was also hit and destroyed. In the Pokrovsk direction, Russian reconnaissance operators detected the Ukrainian Armed Forces UAV control station. Russian attack drones mobilized. 3 Ukrainian drones destroyed a communications antenna and a UAV ground control station. First, the aircraft-type attack drone hit the UAV control point. Then the fiber-optic drone entered the bunker and exploded inside. Then the antennas were hit. Kharkiv direction. Russian VT-40 drone operators hit a pickup truck carrying personnel of the Ukrainian armed forces hard. The van lost its movement. Pickup trucks and vehicles were sent to evacuate the attacked Ukrainian personnel. But they were all hit by Russian drone attacks on the way. An armored vehicle arrived to evacuate all Ukrainian personnel, but the Russians followed the whole thing. As the soldiers were about to board the armored vehicle, another attack drone with heavy ammunition arrived and hit the armored vehicle. There were 15 Ukrainian soldiers on the scene. After the attack, the soldiers scattered in the forested areas, and this time Russian artillery opened fire. Combat work of the FPV drone operators of the assault unit of the 5th Independent Guards Tank Brigade of the Vostok Group of the Russian Armed Forces in the direction of South Donetsk. As a result of the 68th Tank Regiment Assault Group's coordinated work, the Ukrainian armed forces attacked an infantry bunker. During the attack, grenades were thrown into the bunker, and the infantrymen inside were called to surrender. The infantrymen inside the bunker had no choice. They had to surrender to survive. The 3 infantrymen inside the bunker surrendered, and the infantrymen were safely evacuated from the area. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Near the village of Mirolyubovka in Donetsk, an American M113 armored personnel carrier was attacked by Russian fiber optics while evacuating the Novator armored vehicle of the Ukrainian armed forces. The Novator armored vehicle was completely destroyed, while the M113 armored vehicle completely lost its mobility. It turned into a pile of scrap. Be sure to write your opinion about fiber optic drones in the comments section. An FPV drone, VT-40, destroyed an American APC M113 with a modified turret in the Kherson region. What do you think about the drone destroying such expensive equipment with one hit? The state of drone technology in modern warfare has drastically changed the course of the war. In Sumy region, 3 military accommodation points of the Ukrainian Air Force Command were destroyed in a UAV outpost attack. The 810th Marines destroy equipment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in Gorno-Kursk region. Russian fighters are driving Ukrainian troops away from important fortified positions near the village. The reconnaissance unit of the southern troops spotted the pickup truck of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and launched a fierce attack. After the pickup attack, the infantrymen tried to hide in a wooded area, but Russian fiber optic drones did not leave them alone. Clashes during the liberation of the village of Kamenka in the Kharkiv region. At the end of the image, the Russian flag flies at the top of the building. In the direction of Zaporizhzhia, a Slovenian M55S tank, which was tired and resting, was destroyed by a hit from 2 Russian fiber optic drones.